Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I started this video on my camcorder about 2 minutes ago. Battery died, my backup battery has died. So here we are on my iPhone. Oh my goodness. I am gonna do a little kind of sort of get ready for me while I answer some questions. I'm not used to filming on my iPhone. Look at the camera, Rach. Okay. I'm getting ready to go to refit. I am not sick. I just have a lot of post-nasal drip going down my throat, making me cough. I feel fine. I sound terrible. So if you're new here, this is not normal for me. But I wanted to answer some questions that I get a lot on my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram already, go for it. My handle or name or whatever is at Real Housewife Rachel. Look at the camera, Rach. And the reason why is I post a lot about my job. And because of the current climate in business, MLMs, multi-level marketing, are very big. And I often get asked what I do, how people ask how they can get involved, etc. Well, I'm just gonna say, first off, what I do is not an MLM. It is, sorry if this offends somebody, but it is a real job, okay? And I am my own boss. For starters, when I got my bachelor's degree in, look at my mirror here, in community health from Texas A&M University. And my goal was to get into some kind of public health. Like, I really love epidemiology and how diseases, like, it's so cool. Honestly, it was a little too much math for me. It's a little too much math and a little too much science for me. And I wanted it to be exciting, but it really would have, it really would have turned out to be more of a statistics type of job when I wanted to be like a disease investigator, like on TV. I want to be like CSI before diseases, because diseases fascinate me. But that didn't work out. And I got this job when I moved to Indiana. It's actually the reason why I moved to Indiana, was to work for this little company called SASHKA Health Management. And it's like a corporate wellness type of company. They would work with actual companies to provide health coaching for their employees and dependents, in hopes that it would make them healthier and thus bring down the cost of healthcare for the individual and for the company. By the way, I don't know how to do brows, so please don't make this any sort of tutorial or whatever. I am just trying to get myself ready, or at least ready enough to go out the door and not look scary. I mean, I'm going to work out. I'm going to get very sweaty, so my makeup is very minimal. So I worked for Sumex, which turned into WebMD. WebMD Health Services. I was not affiliated with the WebMD website, like that you go on to check your symptoms, which, you know, you find out you have a sore throat and it tells you that you're basically dying, and we all have our own jokes with that. But I worked with WebMD from 2007 to 2012. Wait a minute, 2005 to 2012. And in probably about 2009 or 2010, a man at our church who was good friends with us owned his own like corporate wellness company, and he offered to give me a job working with them, but as an independent contractor. So like having my own business, just doing the health coaching for them. And that sounded amazing, but it didn't offer like benefits and all that kind of stuff. It didn't offer the full-time income. It was part-time. And at that time in like our lives and our marriage, I needed full-time income. And so I politely turned him down several times, even though I did not want to work at WebMD anymore. I'm just being honest. I did not want to do it. We were working a lot of overtime and I was burned flat out. I loved health coaching, but it was kind of killing it. All the overtime was kind of killing it for me. So after Caleb was almost 1 in 2012 when I talked to Mike and I said, I really want to leave this company and go work for our friend Steven's company. And we kind of crunched the numbers, and what he was willing to pay me was very reasonable and more per hour than I was making at WebMD at the time. And I was making pretty good money at WebMD. Where's my other brush? And there's nothing wrong with WebMD. I was just ready to work part-time. I had a baby, and yeah, I just really wanted a little bit more freedom in my schedule, and so that's why I went to work for WebMD. So, or I'm sorry, that's why I went to work with this company that I'm with now. And so that's where we are. People ask, what is your job? Like health coach, what does that mean? Just real quick, our company, or the company that I work with, I am technically on my own, RC Health Coaching LLC. This company actually paid for me to get an LLC for tax purposes, which is really cool. So if in the future I want to branch out and work with other companies, I can. And which again is really cool. They are very much on my side and want me to succeed with them, of course, and in other ventures if I should choose to do that in the future. And our company, or the company that I work with, provides a health assessment, like a questionnaire, and a health screening. So contract nurses go on location to these companies and they do, blood work. It's very, sometimes it's just a finger prick and sometimes it's a full-on blood test, just kind of depending on what the company wants to pay for. And based on those results, they get enrolled into a health coaching program and get a call from their lovely health coach. And that would be me. And so when I call people on the phone, I have access to their assessment and their screening, so at least I know kind of where they're coming from. And I call them and or email. I also do email health coaching. It's not as effective, but it does work. I call them on the phone and ask them what they want to improve upon in their health. They tell me and I help them. I give suggestions. I encourage them. I've learned that about 95% of people know what they need to do to improve their health in one way or another. It's just doing it. It's just committing to doing it, whether that's getting more exercise or eating healthier or quitting smoking or spending more time taking care of themselves. Whatever that may mean for the person, that's what I do. So if you see me on Instagram and I'm posting from work, I usually have a little headset and my computer glasses on. That's usually what I am doing. I am talking on the phone with people. I do not promote any specific diets. I have been in this business almost 15 years and I have seen diets come and go. I've seen what's a fad. I've seen what is here to stay, Weight Watchers, and everybody is different. So I do not believe there is a one-size-fits-all approach to better health. I have helped a lot of people, especially in the last year. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix this hair. I've seen a lot of people in the last year quit smoking. That's actually one of my favorite things to talk about, and because it's if you smoke and you want to improve your health, you've got to start there. You've got to start by quitting. It's just, oh man, this is a mess. It's just a no-brainer. Weight loss, nutrition, that's something you work on for a lifetime. There's no such thing as perfect exercise or perfect nutrition, but there is such a thing as perfect smoking habits. That would be 0. And so, yeah, that's basically what I do. I don't recommend like pills or anything like that. I really just come alongside people in their journey to health and give them encouragement, give them just tips. I'm full of more random information that you could shake a stick at. I know a lot of random stuff. Stuff that I never thought I would, about various lifestyles and, or not lifestyle, like lifestyle changes that people make. Okay, for example, when I first started health coaching, I knew nothing about chewing tobacco. Okay, nothing. I had 0 exposure to that growing up, and I didn't know anything about it. I had to do so much research, but let me tell you, the thing that helped me the most learn about that is just talking with people. I've learned so much from my participants. Can you tell I'm a little stuffy? And I'm not giving a ton of information here because of confidentiality. I'm not telling you the companies that I work with because it's confidential. But I do have people message me, and I'm not one of these people like, people message me all the time. But the reason why I'm making this video is that enough people do. Enough people do, and I get a lot of times like, how can I get in on this? And the truth is, unless you have a degree in one of the health fields, you can't. And for good reason. I have talked a little bit about like health MLMs in the past and how I think they're a complete sham and irresponsible, totally irresponsible, because anybody with enough money to join that MLM can be a part of it and be giving health advice to people when they have no vetting, no training. Basically, they're 18, have money, and I don't know, maybe sometimes a background check. I don't know. But I have a bachelor's degree, but I've held a lot of certifications over the last 15 years and things that you have to have a degree to be able to take and to qualify. And I've worked with registered dietitians in the past. I've worked with exercise physiologists, like people who have gone to extra school to get that kind of training. There is some more education I would like to get one of these days. I would like to learn more about aromatherapy, not to sell essential oils, but just to be more knowledgeable about that. Maybe to turn that industry on its head a little bit. Sorry, not sorry. Oh boy, this hair is beyond repair. It's not happening. I just need to wash it. But I hope that answers any questions that you may have had about, sorry, I'm looking in the mirror here, about my job. I am a health coach. I am an independent contractor. I set my own hours. You cannot join my team. I have a degree. I have certifications. I don't know everything. I learn something new every day, mostly from my participants, who are wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I speak to anywhere between 10 to 15 people a day when I'm at work, and that's phone and or email. And I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity that I've been given to have this job. It helps to provide some extra income for our family, but more than anything, it gets me up in my own little quiet office, and I feel like I kind of get back to my roots, if you will. I was doing this for 6 years before I had kids, and it kind of gets me back to something that I've known and loved kind of my whole adult life, and helping people genuinely not selling anything. It's so freeing and it gives me so much joy to do that. So I know this may be random if it's your first time visiting my channel. Again, I don't normally do videos like this. This is a very specific video because I was asked questions. I don't normally sound like this. My hair usually looks better than this. So welcome. If you're new here and you did like this video, be sure to click the red subscribe button so you can see all the other videos that I have. I make videos about all sorts of things. Planning, homeschooling, faith, crafting, DIY. You know, if something pops into my head, I may make a video about it. So you'll just have to stick around and see. I hope you're having a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye. Footnote, because you may ask. I also do videos about curly hair. I'm not an influencer with curly hair, but I do make videos about them. To refresh my hair, and this is not a great example because it needs to be washed. This is like a salvage situation. I was using this water bottle and I got it on Amazon, about $9. And I was using this Cantu Curl Comeback Curl Next Day Curl Revitalizer, and I like this a lot. I got it at Target. It was about $9 or $10, 11, 12, I don't know. And I've been using it maybe about 2 months, and that's all I've used. So I know someone's gonna ask, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, water and Cantu. Bye.